All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Habakkuk, Kodash, Barakathum. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the Akim across the globe, pushing the word of truth in the city, and want to say Shalom. This is Diet Nawa from the great millstone campus, Chicago, with a quick lesson. Today's lesson is I know I've been around men of the Lord, okay? And just a couple little precepts. We just hop right into it. The thing about this walk is separating ourselves, man. And you know, speaking from personal experience, my walk hasn't been perfect. You know, I've had some mishaps and falls and rebukes and chastens and corrections, and you know, been places where I shouldn't have been at times. And there's no comfort like going back home to your family, man. You know, when I say family, I mean the men of the Lord. You know, whether you know, the scriptures talk about the hope of the righteous is salvation. Okay, we all hope for that, man. You know, and we gotta put off these the thought like we're not gonna make it. But in case you know, if I don't, I know that I've been around men of the Lord, man. I know I've been around upright men. I know I've been around men who love you. How about me on shy? It was Jeremiah 15 and 16. Thy words were found, and I did eat them. And thy words was as unto me the joy and rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thy name, O Yahweh, the power of hosts. You know, and I found these words, man. You know, and I believe that I was eating. I believe I'm eating the words of Yahweh Shemi Shai to the best of my ability. And I do rejoice. We do rejoice in knowing this truth. Rejoicing that we have some hope for salvation, and that the work that we're putting in is not going to be unfruitful. All right. It says on verse 17, it's the point. I said not in the assembly of mockers, nor rejoiced. I sat alone because of thine hand, thou filled me with indignation. When you go with that word indignation, it means one of the words anger. You know, that doesn't mean that, you know, that we were always around the brothers. You know, some of us live with our family, and they don't believe in the word of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, but the point being is that we're going to defend the gospel. All right, we're not going to let things just. We're going to pick our battles wisely. All right, we're not going around riding around in the carousel of myrrh, disobedience. Okay. All right, we don't go and do things that could possibly potentially get us jacked up. All right, now brothers, you know, I'm speaking to myself. Now myself have you know, dealt with women that aren't the most savory, you know, for lack of a better word. You know, and I can't, you know, as much as, you know, sometimes, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do for us dealing with a woman, but it's get in and get out. You know, the scriptures talk about the conversation of the Lot was vexed for the conversation of the wicked. You know, so we don't go out and sit like I'm gonna go be with these 2/3 and hang out with them today. You know, so I sat down in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoice. I sat alone because of thy hand, thou filled me with indignation, and that remind me of the thing when I was working. You know, you got your little job buddies. I'm a little OR on this. You know, but I would sit alone, man. I'd wait for my brother to come up there on his break, and we chit chat. You know, being in the truth, man, you really want to be continuing with a godly man, and we're gonna get that. All right, we don't want to be conversing and dealing and constantly around negative energy and people who don't fear the Lord. All right, Psalms The Psalms 1:1, it says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." You know, and the majority of us, myself, we spend a great amount of our time dealing with brothers, man. All right, whether it be the brothers in your camp, the brothers you live with, all right, the brothers who visit, all right, but we're always conversing and we're always around men of the Lord. All right, the Lord considers us blessed, not walking in the counsel of the ungodly, man. The Lord considers us blessed, not running to the same reveling and rioting and banqueting that these people are doing, man. Here we are in the time, headed into the time of Jacob's trouble, the beginning of it. This is no time to be getting weak and falling back to the old you, running back to the pollution of the world, man. All right, this fight is hard. We're gonna make mistakes, you know. But you're around brothers, man, and this is walking for yourself personally, you know. But when you're around brothers, man, you have that hope. You know, you have that sense of not only belonging, but the sense of strength that you pull from one another, man. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Right, man, we're not walking, all right, to the beat and the tune of these 2/3, man. All right, we're not here listening to what you got to say. Although the Lord can use anybody he wants to give you a message, but overall, man, hey, we're gonna take the counsel of the men of the Lord, man. All right. Nor stand up in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. We're not gonna sit here and go to church. All right. We're not gonna sit here and be around people who you know don't love the Lord. Now there's gonna be situations where you're gonna, you may go to your mama's house and she may have company. You know, you may go to your family member's house or whatever to stop by and say hi or whatever. You know, but the point being is that we're not sitting around people all day who don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai the way the scriptures have said, man. All right. This is Proverbs 4:14. Enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. All right, that's self-explanatory, man. You know, really leave that pitch alone. Okay, this is a cut, man, for the simple fact that you know you have being in the flesh. You know, you may have a friend. You know, I got a friend that deals with breeding dogs, and he's a barber, and he likes to fish, like one of my fishing buddies, and I can only deal so long, man. Then I got some other friends who are just out there, man. When I say friend, but people that I know in the world that are just out there, and who knows what they're up to, man. All right, we know they're not serving the Yahweh Shem Shai, so I'm not gonna hop in the car with them. I'm not gonna go to the store with them. So avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. So the scriptures give us clear directions of how to be around men of the same mind frame. This Sirach 37. Sirach 37 and 12. It says, "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of Yahweh, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry." That's a heavy scripture, man. All right. It says, but be continually with a godly man. All right. That doesn't mean we're going to be buddy with every brother in the camp. It doesn't mean we're going to be riding and going everywhere with all the brothers, man. You know, with a brother. But the thing is that we should always have Akim in our mind. You know, we should always have that. You know, we always, you know, every brother should have a go-to brother, man, that you can come to for counseling, come to for help, come to just to hear a word or to give a word. All right, hey, there's no greater men that I would want to be around than those who fear Yahweh Shemi Shai. But be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord. Hey, these men, man, I've been battling with for years. Been on the battlefield, lived with and scraped up pennies just to get a drink. All right, brother done bailed me out of jams. Okay, and either I mean I know to keep the commandments of the Lord to the best of the ability. Are they perfect? Hell no, man. Okay, I'm gonna say emphatically a hell no. That's because we're in the flesh, and look, we don't bear hatred for our brother for every fault. All right, but overall, these men are men of the Lord, man. All right, and I know that they've been tried, they've been tested, they've been proven, they've been diligent. But be continuing with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind. These men are not going to go out there and commit adultery. They're not going to go out there and be niggards, man. All right, they're going to be meditating on the Lord. They're going to be they're going to follow the law, study the commandments to the best of their ability, and they're going to be with you to make sure that you're on point too, man. Hey, that was off. Hey, you should have did that way. Okay, this is the mindset of men of the Lord have. And I believe 100% that I've been around and that I'm around men of the Lord, man. It said, whose mind is according to thy mind and will sorrow with thee. Hey, when one brother hurts, man, we all hurt, man. When a brother loses his wife and or loses a job and they're sad, something may have happened, may have threw a monkey wrench in his plans, and the brother may have fallen on hard times, man. And we console brothers, man. All right, we don't rub it in their face. We try to do our best to lift the brother up, man, and to do what we can to make sure that brother feels loved, feels secure, and feels safe through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. It says, whose mind according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry, man. Hey, we're gonna go off, man. We're gonna do things that's gonna make it feel like doo-doo, man. Okay? And guess what? Brothers are great at discerning spirits, so they're gonna come and comfort you, man. It's Sirach 13. Sirach 13 and 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh can sort of according to kind, and the man will cleave to his like. I enjoy being around the brothers, man. And especially during this quarantine, we haven't been coming together at the camp. So brothers making an effort to go around and deal with certain brothers. Go break bread. Maybe small little groups have a little cookout. All right. We don't run to Cuzzo, to Pookie and them, man. We run to men of the Lord, man. It says, what fellowship has the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? All right, and that's the point, man. What do we have in common with these people, man? All right. One thing I know that I've been around men of the Lord, man. And Kahalal Yahweh Shemi Shai for that, man. All right. With that, I want to say Kahalal Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the acronyms across the globe. Put you in the word and truth and study. I want to say shalom and the Bible ball.